Yes! Jimmy just finished his latest track. It's his best one yet. Excitedly, he jumps straight into mixing his track. Jimmy is determined and focused. Day turns to night. It's finally done. With a smile on his face, he goes straight to bed. He wakes up the next morning full of glee. He hops onto his computer and fires up Ableton. Let's see how the mix sounds. It's gonna be so sick. He plays the mix from last night and it sounds even worse than before. If you relate to Jimmy right now, don't worry. Keep watching, because in this video, I'm going to reveal to you one simple step to help you go from something like this into this. But first, one is mixing. Basically, it's the blending of the elements in your track. Think of your track like you're cooking. If you put too much salt, the dish would taste salty as fuck. Too much sugar, and it's too sweet. If it's just the right amount of condiments, you end up with a really tasty meal. This is the same for your music. And lucky for you and I, all it takes is just being good at one thing. Only one thing? No, there's no way. Trust me. It really is that simple. I spoke about the 80-20 rule on this channel before. If you're unfamiliar with it, 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort that you put into. I want you to keep that in mind as you watch this video. Mixing is about adjusting the volumes of each of the elements to sit nicely with each other. But if you don't have a purpose while doing it, it will not work at all and your mixes will stay shit. To avoid that, all you have to do is to know what are the main elements in your track. In 80% of modern music, the focus is on the drums and the bass. With that in mind, you can now gain stage the right way. So let's start with the no bullshit guide. Here I have a track from one of the brothers who sent me in the community. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take. I'm sorry. We will be using this project to teach you and him how to mix well. First, let's go to the loudest part of the track. This is what it sounds like now without any gain staging. To start, I'm going to turn every element in the track down all the way down to negative infinite dB. Now remember what I said before about having a purpose to your tracks. In 80% of modern popular music, what is it? Drums and bass. So with that, I'm going to start with the kick and turn it up all the way until the master hits about negative 6 dB. By the way, don't be an autist about this. Don't just follow minus 6 dB. As long as you're hitting around that range, that's good enough. Now, I'm going to gain stage the rest of the drums according to the kick. Next, the bass. Gain stage to the point where it sits nicely with the drums and still make sure that the master is hitting around minus 6 dB. After that, in order of importance, gain stage every other element in your track. And you're done. It's that easy. Now you have a finished mix, but you still can't upload this track onto streaming platforms. Otherwise it will sound extremely bad because you still have one more step left, mastering. Don't know what mastering is? Don't worry. This is the video that you should watch next. I'll see you there.